You can't make 10,000% in 3 weeks. That's a scam. That's a load of nonsense. So 5 years ago to the day, I sold my Rolex Wimbledon watch, and this was 2 years into my crypto investing journey. I was working full time doing roofing and deliveries at the time, and I sold that watch to go buy Bitcoin, as you'll see here in a screenshot sent to Don on Snapchat 5 years ago today. And it's funny because I only noticed that memory popped up when I was on my way here to record this video. The whole point of this video is to say that I'm in the exact same mindset and the exact same time as 5 years ago, where I was selling off assets to buy crypto because I feel that crypto's so low and I want to accumulate as much as possible because I feel that there is a massive impulse round the corner. So in this video I'm going to break down some of the main reasons why I'm so bullish and why I'm selling off cars, watches, you name it, to buy more crypto. So if you've been a subscriber of the channel for a while, you'll have seen I did do a video back in January 2023. This is the most important time in the crypto market. Bitcoin was $69,000. It's now $16,000. Prices are low. Fast forward a while, Bitcoin was up at $72,000 from that 16k call. This video, similar vibes, similar reasoning, but what I will say is that I am so bullish right now that it hurts. All it takes in cryptocurrency is for one good month and it can literally change your full life. That may sound crazy if you're not a crypto purist, if you don't know much about crypto, but literally one crazy month in crypto can change your entire life. Bull runs in crypto happen over a very, very short period of time. In any bull market that ever happens, they pump from out of nowhere, Randy Orton, and they don't last long either. Some bull runs, like XRP for instance, can last 3 weeks, 4 weeks max, and it's over. So from nothing, from totally no interest, no price movements, 3 weeks of chaos and mania, and then it's all over again for more years. So within that time span, that 3-4 week time span, you can make 1,000, 10,000, 15,000% gains in that short time span. To a lot of people, that will sound too good to be true. What do you mean? That's too good to be true. You can't make 10,000% in 3 weeks. That's a scam. That's a load of nonsense. Everybody would be doing that if that was the case. Well, you're half right, and the reason you're half right is that 90 to 95% of the time that you spend in crypto, it will be going down, or it will be going sideways, or it will be boring. You'll be sitting in losses. Majority of the time that you're in crypto, I've been in crypto for over 7 years, and the majority of the time that I'm in crypto, it is going bad. And when I say bad, I mean price action. Prices aren't pumping to the moon. Where it's bad for price, it's actually really good for buying and investing and accumulating crypto, because you want to buy crypto when it's terrible, when it's low, you want to be buying then. This is the phase that we're in right now. Times are rough. I'll say they're rough. They're especially rough in the altcoin market, but they don't need to be rough. So some bullish catalysts, I'm just going to fire them all out there. This is the reason why I feel so bullish right now, judging by the full sentiment worldwide on crypto right now. And over the past few months, it has been some of the worst sentiment I've ever experienced in the last 7 years. Everyone is so depressed in the space. Everyone is angry, lots of resentment. It is not a good place to be crypto right now. There is a lot of unhappy people out there, and the reason they're unhappy is that we've seen a bounce off the lows, off the bear market lows. Altcoin seen a 300 to 600% rally, and then they crashed another 80 to 90% again. People got excited thinking, yes, let's go, the bull run is here. Bang, the market just humbled everyone. No, not yet. Minus 90%. That just shows how difficult this market is. Crypto is the most difficult market that you'll ever experience. But if you play the game, if you invest wisely, if you take profit wisely, and if you do well, you can make life-changing wealth. You'll always see the big fancy gains, thousands of percent. You'll see Bitcoin up at $70,000. It used to be $1,000. You'll see all the headlines, how good, how much profit there is. But what you don't see is the 95% of the time where you're in the trenches and times are so terrible. It is the most crazy space. It is the most volatile space in the world. It's also the most exciting space in the world when times get good. Some catalysts, we've got the DXY. The DXY is the US dollar currency index. Every time in the past that the US dollar currency index has crashed from the level it's at right now, has seen a Bitcoin bull run. So every DXY crash equals Bitcoin bull run. Where are we now in the DXY? We're sitting at that main critical level, just waiting to see if we can start to crash from there. Another bullish catalyst would be the halving has been 6 months ago. The halving took place. The rate of new supply of Bitcoin that is available on the market is cut in half. For anyone who maybe is into property, imagine a house builder builds 10,000 houses a year and they cut that supply in half. We're only going to build 5,000 a year. What does that do? That causes a supply shock. There is less supply. There is still the same demand out there, but there's less houses. It's the exact same with Bitcoin right now. There has been a supply shock. Bitcoin halving has already took place. What we're waiting on now is seeing the effects of that further down the line when more demand comes in, but there's no supply to fill that demand. That is when we see prices skyrocket. More catalysts, we've had the Bitcoin ETFs, Bitcoin spot ETFs being launched. There is a differentiation there between a spot Bitcoin ETF and a futures Bitcoin ETF. The reason the spot ETFs are so important and so pivotal is that these asset management companies, they need to go out and buy Bitcoin spot. They need to physically buy the Bitcoin. ETFs that existed previously were futures ETFs. You're betting on the future price of Bitcoin. But this year, we have seen the launch of spot Bitcoin ETFs. These $5 trillion, $10 trillion asset management companies, they need to go out and buy Bitcoin to hold in that fund, to hold in that ETF. And we've also recently just seen the launch of the Ethereum ETF. And the Ethereum is the king of the altcoins. So if Ethereum performs well, it has a trickle-down effect into altcoins. So Bitcoin ETFs have just been launched, spot Ethereum ETFs have just been launched, and now we're seeing the likes of Solana and other cryptocurrencies apply for spot ETFs. Another big catalyst, in my opinion, is money printing. We have been money printing ourselves into oblivion. We're seeing hyperinflation all across the world due to money printing. We're seeing the prices of everything: food, gold, silver, property, fuel, electricity, everything. The reason for that is money printing. The Bitcoin supply is getting lower and lower. Less Bitcoin are being issued, but there's more money in the world of money. When there's more money, that means the asset prices go up. Is property going to go up in the next 5 years? Yes. Why is that? Because they print money. Is gold going to go up in the next 5 years? Yes. Why is that? Because they print money. Is Bitcoin and crypto going to go up in the next 5 years? What's the answer? Exactly. Then we have an election in the US coming up. How does the political party that's in power now, how do they stay in power? How do they win over the public? They need to make it seem like the country that they're operating is doing really good. And the stock market is doing right now, it's at all-time highs right now, which is really, really good for cryptocurrency, because anytime that cryptocurrency pumps, the stock market needs to be performing really well at that time. So that's another factor to take into consideration, that the stock market is absolutely booming right now. Well, the high cap stocks, that's not to say the mid cap stocks or the low cap stocks are doing well. It is more the big 6 stocks in the world that are doing really well: Nvidia, Apple, Google, Facebook, etc. The election's around the corner, only a few months down the line, and I imagine that they would want to either pump the stock market, prop the stock market up, or do something to make sure that the stock market is healthy come election week. 4-year cycles. Since day one, for the last 12, 13 years, Bitcoin's been here. The cycles have repeated time and time again, the 4-year cycles. So that's another kind of tick box in there, another one into the melting pot. We have 4-year cycles. Whether it's a self-fulfilling prophecy where every 4 years the market explodes, that's another one in the box. Another big one for me is that we've seen almost no altcoin action in the last 3 years. Altcoins have been absolutely dead for 3 years. We have seen a lot of gains in the likes of meme coins. We've seen Solana do a bit of a retracement off the bottom, but altcoins haven't seen a 2017, a 2020 style bull market. So the laws of averages, timing, 4-year cycles, whatever it is, we are due as a market for altcoins to see some action, which I'm very excited about. I hold a lot of altcoins. I'm buying a lot of altcoins right now because where the market is, the market for altcoins is down almost at the bear market lows. It's not there yet. Sitting on some support, but it's almost at the lows. So that is another major factor here on why I'm so bullish. Remember who owns those altcoins? Who owns those altcoins? Wall Street. I've got a few names for them, but we'll call them Wall Street. So remember that Wall Street owns, controls, operates this market. Like the stock market, they control it and they hold altcoins. Do you think they're just going to let altcoins die? Or do you think they're going to wait till people think they're dead and then pump them into oblivion? I think they're going to do the latter and pump them into oblivion when everyone has gave up hope, which again, every cycle tends to happen the same thing. People lose hope, the space gets really toxic, everyone thinks it's over, and then out of nowhere, Randy Orton style, explosions everywhere. Another one that I mentioned previously is that stock market is at all-time high levels. If we get expansion from the stock market, if we can see a full blow off top in the stock market because it's already really high right now, that is a go signal for the crypto market. That is a risk on scenario where investors, they don't want to save their money anymore, they want to just invest it because everything is pumping, they want a piece of the action. And in terms of Bitcoin, the amount of Bitcoin that's sitting on exchanges is at an all-time low right now. Although the world seems like it's absolutely crashing and burning, the world is pretty crazy right now. I know that, I understand that. For me to sit here and say, no, I'm really bullish, everything looks great, I totally understand that we're on the brink of collapse. However, they've printed so much money, all the reasons that I've just stated there, things are very volatile. Bitcoin is a safety play. People can run off to Bitcoin, so if some country goes crazy like the UK is doing right now, people can escape to Bitcoin. Anyone can use it, anyone can escape to that. Even though the world is on the verge of annihilation and collapse, I'm still overall bullish. These things that I've mentioned are all lining up at the exact same time. A big culmination in an event could be around the corner. Historically, September is the worst month in history for Bitcoin. However, on the other foot, October is the best month for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So if we need to see another 3-4 weeks of terrible price action in crypto's crashing all over the place, the space is so toxic, everyone's angry, everyone's annoyed, then it is what it is. September is always like this, that's my expectations. But after that, October is right round the corner, and October historically in the stock market, in the crypto market, has always been, that is when the eruptions start to happen, that is when liquidity is injected into the market. Because at the end of the day, the only reason that these markets pump is because Wall Street, whoever you want to call them, inject liquidity. That is the reason. It's not because the guy down the road decided to buy, it's not because retail is coming to buy, it is when they decide to inject liquidity. They control the full thing. They control the stock market, they control the crypto market. It is when they inject liquidity that the market pumps. So there's no point in saying, oh, when we get adoption, or oh, when retail comes in, or when CZ gets out of jail, he's got... None of that matters. The only reason that cryptocurrency and the stock market pumps is when they decide to inject liquidity. That is it. The reason it starts, the reason it kicks off, the reason it is so to the date, the 1st of October, it explodes from everywhere. That's not because everybody just decides to buy in the 1st of October. That is when they decide to inject liquidity. They press go, they press that green button. And the reason I'm so bullish as well is that they do have control. They've made a lot of money from shorting this market over the last few months. They make a lot of money when they short, but what people fail to understand, some people think that, oh, Wall Street just shorts everything, they're bears just make all the money shorting it. What they don't understand is that Wall Street, whatever you want to call them, they make money in the way up, the way down, the way up, the way down. They make money always. They don't have a preference to make the market go down all the time. They don't have a preference to make it go up. They don't care, they make money both ways. Once the market goes up and everyone's excited, they say, let's switch it, let's short the market, let's crash the market. Everyone's on the wrong side, let's short. So now, as the market has been crashing over the last few months, everyone is now bearish. Everyone is now, oh, this is terrible, it's over. So then they decide, okay, nice one, everyone's bearish, let's pump the market again. Everyone who's bearish is on the wrong side. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And then when the market pumps in October, November, December, and then everyone gets behind it, and everyone's excited, everyone's bullish, everyone's buying it, they'll crash it again. It doesn't go up forever, it doesn't go down forever. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. And the reason for that is they make money both ways. Once you get excited, they'll crash it. Once you get scared and leave, they'll pump it. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat for eternity. So that is why I'm very bullish on cryptocurrency. It's why I'm selling my assets to buy more cryptocurrency right now. If you want to be updated on crypto over the next few months, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Dawn is back in action with coffee and crypto. I'm going to be releasing some videos too. Also, if you want to be up to date with the best community in cryptocurrency, you can join CC Pro, which is our Discord community. That's all from me. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you very soon.